I don't know how many of you were at the BSU event the other night, but I did this one there. I changed it up a little bit though, so. I remember when your voice was my favorite love song. I remember when you were the air which filled my lungs and we spent our evenings chasing the moon together. I remember I remember when I wished for the chance to take a long bath in your perfectly green eyes. I remember holding your hands and being so fucking grateful that my palms were there to catch the warmth falling off of your fingertips. I remember learning to live with half a heartbeat because I had given you the other half of my heart. I cannot, however, remember the shape of your arms around my waist or the flavor of your lips pressed against mine. I cannot remember whether you ever lent me pieces of yourself to keep my heart warm. I don't remember whether you ever loved me. I don't know if I invented our love like a scientist left to her own devices. I don't know if I caused this. Watching you from across the crowded room and hearing you laugh at some idiot's joke, the same laugh that I would beg the gods to release from your lips, the laugh which fills stadiums and injects pure oxygen into my bloodstream. I have grown to detest that laugh. I have been standing across the room from you for 3 hours, and you have refused me the pleasure of even a momentary glance in my direction. I said I had been standing across the room from you for 3 hours, wondering what quality did I possess that made me so damn disposable. You made love to me as though the key to your happiness was buried deep between my thighs. I remember that you called me gem, because I was precious amongst the piles of rubble. How did you so quickly forget that I was precious amongst the piles of rubble? I refused to call what we had an experiment because the scientific theory could never explain why I had been standing across this room from you for 3 hours, and all I could think about is how your dimples would widen when I said, baby, I love you. How did you walk away from me without even looking back? How did you manage to wash me out of your clothes so easily because my pillows still reek of your shampoo? I had been standing across the room from you for 3 hours, and you have not said a single word to me. I said I had been standing across this room from you for 3 hours, and you have offered me no explanation for why I woke up that morning cold and alone. How did you so easily walk away from what we had without at least leaving me with the bittersweet sting of a goodbye kiss? I had been standing across the room from you for 3 hours. I had decided to stop betraying my heart by giving it to people as unworthy as you. I had decided that love is only real when it is equally distributed between my heart and my brain. I had been standing across this room from you for 3 hours. And I have decided that 3 hours is more than enough time to learn to love myself more than I ever loved you.